This might surprise you. Financially confident people don't look confident in the way that you might expect. It's not about flexing paychecks or buying luxury things or obsessing over the stock market. Financially confident people are usually the people who are quietly making calm, consistent moves, often behind the scenes. I don't think financial confidence has to be loud. In fact, it can be very peaceful. In this video, I'm breaking down 8 quiet traits that every financially confident person has and how you can start building them no matter where you are in your journey. And if you have 8 out of 8, maybe you are already financially confident. Let me know in the comments if you do have all these traits. For those new here, hello and welcome. My name is Lissa. I'm a certified financial planner and a personal finance expert. My goal is to help more of you build wealth and build an abundant life. So if that's your vibe, make sure you subscribe. Financial confidence has less to do with how much money you have, but more to do with how you feel about money. It's not necessarily about your salary, your yearly income, or your net worth, or if you own a home. It's really how you feel when you're making money decisions. Do you feel calm or do you feel chaotic? Do you feel certain or do you feel scared? If you make a financial mistake, do you bounce back fast or do you hang on to it for months or years? This mindset of being financially confident is something that you can build step by step alongside building your wealth, but it doesn't have to wait until you're super rich and a multimillionaire. You can start building it now. Let's jump into the list. Trait number 1. Financially confident people aren't scared of their numbers. They don't avoid logging into their bank or looking at a big bill that just came in the mail. They don't wait until payday to see what's left. They're checking in regularly, not obsessively checking it every day because you live in fear about having enough money, but you check in because you're curious and you generally want to know the state of things. It's hard to argue that awareness about your situation equals control. The more aware you are of where your finances lay, the more control you have, the more informed you're gonna be to make day-to-day decisions. If you have a fear of looking at your numbers, I want you to try to flip that. You should have a fear of not knowing, because if you don't know your reality, and then you don't know how to make decisions. So if you don't currently have this trait, here's something that you can try. Regular money check-ins. Make it a routine. Don't just check in on your finances during a crisis or when lots of money comes your way. Make it regular, whether that's every payday or every Sunday or every Monday. Make it a point and a habit to glance through your accounts. No judgment, no panicking, just look at it so that you're aware and that you know, and build that muscle and make it a regular thing. Trait number 2 of a financially confident person: they trust their systems. Confident people don't have to rely on willpower all the time. They can rely on systems. That means things like automating savings, automating investing, automating bill payments. It's good to be able to know how to do those things manually, but setting up a system and being confident in that system, it's sort of a fail-safe. It makes sure that if you somehow forget, or if you become unmotivated, or if you just get really busy, that nothing's gonna stop. You're gonna still keep saving, you're gonna still keep investing, you're gonna still keep paying your bills on time. If you can build good systems and then trust in them, you will become more confident with your finances. Trait number 3, financially confident people ask questions. This one's pretty major. I think financial confident people are not afraid to say, I don't know, or I don't understand that, or how does that work? Can you explain that to me one more time? It seems like it's the opposite, right? It seems like confident people aren't gonna ask because they're confident they know it, or they don't want people to know that they don't know it. But it is the complete opposite. If you're confident, you're not gonna be afraid to be vulnerable and to admit when you don't know something. But the upside of admitting that you don't know something is that you're going to seek information. You're going to ask your financial planner or a financial professional. You're going to ask your HR resources. You're going to go on Google and look it up. You're going to try to figure out what something means, because confidence with money isn't that you have to know everything. It's confidence that you know you can figure it out somehow. I think that the people who struggle most with money aren't actually the ones with the least knowledge. I think it's the people who are too embarrassed to ask questions because you can't learn what you're pretending you already know. Trait number 4, a financially confident person is going to plan for the future and plan for the unexpected. Financial confidence doesn't come from knowing that everything is going to be right 100% of the time. In fact, it's knowing that things are not going to go right at some point later on in life. But a confident person doesn't have to live in fear about it. Confident people with their finances, like on a practical level, will set up emergency funds, will have the right types of insurance coverages, will have backup plans and other strategies that are going to buy them peace of mind. A confident person with money knows that life isn't going to go according to plan and knows that there are things that might potentially harm their finances. But because of that, a person who's confident with their finances is going to use their money to preempt that and protect themselves ahead of time. So it's about being proactive. So a small step you can do is, if you don't have an emergency fund yet, start one. Start automating transfers into it. Even $25 a paycheck or $25 a week can help you build that muscle of prioritizing being prepared. And that preparedness is going to give you a lot of confidence when unexpected things happen in the future. Trait number 5 of a financially confident person: they don't shame themselves when they make mistakes. If you want to feel confident about money, you can't build confidence when all you do is feel shame. And the truth is, confident people, and like most people, have usually made a lot of money mistakes. Name me one person who's never made a mistake with money. Yeah, I'm waiting. The thing with a person who's confident with money is they're not going to let those mistakes define them. People who are financially confident know that shame doesn't serve them. If you continue to hold on to shame for a long time, it's going to keep you stuck. Instead, what you can do is reflect. Reflect on what happened. Reflect on why you overspent, or why you invested too late, or why you took your investment out too early, or why you ignored your debt. Reflect on those things because that gives you feedback on how to operate in the future. Rather than viewing yourself as the failure, you can define it as a mistake that you made and try to make it your goal to avoid that mistake in the future. One way to look at it is look at your financial past more like a classroom, like a learning experience, as opposed to a courtroom where you are judging yourself for something you did wrong. Anyone that I know, including myself, who is confident with money has one thing in common, and it's not that we've never made mistakes. I make mistakes all the time. The thing we have in common is we forgive ourselves. We forgive ourselves for those mistakes, and it always leads to success in the future. Trait number 6. Trait number 6 of a financially confident person: they know what enough looks like. Financial confidence isn't about chasing infinity money till you're a multi-billionaire. It's about defining what enough looks like for you. And what this does is, rather than chasing someone else's dream number or some round number like $1 million, you're not going to have a moving goalpost or something that doesn't fit your situation. You are going to understand that when I built my wealth to this much, I will be content, I will be happy. Yes, I can have more and make more, but I will know what enough looks like. The problem with not knowing what enough looks like is you're going to keep chasing forever. You're going to get to that goal you set and not feel satisfied. It's okay to want more. I have nothing against that. I still want more. But it's about being aligned and fulfilled. So something you can do is ask yourself, if I felt financially secure and safe and fulfilled in life, what would that look like? And how much would it cost? What would my net worth look like? What would my income look like? If you have a general idea, that is a great baseline for confidence. And the thing is, with money, the stuff is all going to change. What you feel today and what you want today could be different tomorrow. It's better to have a goal and an understanding of what enough looks like versus chasing a moving goalpost for the rest of your life. All right, 6 traits down, we have 2 to go. Just a quick reminder, if you're enjoying this video and taking something out of it, and maybe if you already have a 6 out of 6, hit the like button so that my video can reach more people. And if you want more videos from me, make sure you subscribe. Trait number 7. A financial confident person values progress over perfection. This is kind of tied to what I said earlier. Financial confident people don't go through life never making a financial mistake. And in similar vein, financial confident people don't have to be perfect. People who are confident with finances know that growth isn't linear. Some months you save more money, some months you don't. Some months you spend more, some months you don't. Some years you invest consistently and other years you don't. Life happens and things are going to change from year to year. And beyond all of that, investments go up and down depending on what the market is like. So a financial confident person is going to focus on direction rather than perfection. They know that they are working towards this thing and it might be up and down on a daily basis, and even different phases of life might be up and down, but they have confidence in the end goal and their path to get there. And finally, trait number 8 is they talk about money openly. I truly believe that if you're confident about money, you talk about it. It doesn't have to be in a braggy way. It doesn't have to be you sharing on your Instagram what your salary is. I don't think everyone has to do that, but I do think it means talking about salary with trusted friends, maybe trusted coworkers. I think it means talking to your friends or close people about different wins you've had with your finances or different struggles. It could be setting financial goals and talking about them with your partner or your friends. I think financial confidence has to have some form of money talk because silence is typically where people build financial shame. If you don't want to talk to anyone about anything money related, there's usually something tied to shame. Some people are just private, I get that. But if you never talk about money, you could miss out on opportunities. You could miss out on information. You could miss out on the fact that other people are figuring it out too, and that gives you more motivation to continue your journey. I think that when you talk about money, you're not just talking about it with other people, but you're telling yourself, this topic is not off limits. I'm capable of talking about it. It's not shameful, it's normal. I think that's what financial confidence can look like. At the end of the day, financial confidence isn't this one big breakthrough, and I don't think it's something that you build overnight. I think it's built in hundreds of small moments when you are choosing clarity over avoidance, when you are checking your balance instead of avoiding it, when you're asking questions instead of pretending you know it all. So let's quickly recap that list, and this is a great opportunity to count if you have all 8 of them or a subset of them. And this isn't a competition. I'm just curious how many of these traits each of you have. Let me know in the comments. And if you are at 0 or 1 or 2, that's okay, because we're gonna work on that. And I wanna help you become more financially confident. So number 1, you check your accounts without panicking. Number 2, you trust your systems that you set up. Number 3, you ask questions, especially when you don't know something. Number 4, you plan for the future and what's unexpected. Number 5, you don't shame yourself when you make a mistake. Number 6, you know what enough looks like for you. Number 7, you value progress over perfection. And number 8, you talk about money openly. And if you want to get a freebie, maybe you have a 0 out of 8 and you want a free one, talk about money right now in the comments, and that counts. Tell me about your biggest money fear. I hope this video was helpful, and until next time, peace out.